invaders.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Magician Annie, whoever that is. I'm Roy, and I can't bathe in the cold springs because all my takes are fire.
Wow. And I'm Fallon, aka the Yeeling Prank Triarch, which is Wei Wuxian's prank YouTube channel.
Jesus, he would. Gamer ass.
It's just what he does, how he entertains himself in the cloud recesses.
What if he had, like, a fucking Shane Dawson type channel? He fucking would. He would have, like, the weird videos where he would.
And his friend, Hoisan Star.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier, because I was watching some more YouTube creepy videos, and I was like, who's the true crime? Oh, it's Trey Young. Who's the true crime motherfucker? You know it's him. You know he'd be going on Etsy and buying, like, beads that say fucking Bundy Babe and shit on them.
I don't want to... we need to move on before my face just kind of explodes.
That's why I'm banned from the Cold Springs, baby. Anyway, we have some stuff that happened this week, kind of. The big thing, the big important, main, most relevant, and respectable article of news is that the Donghua Season 2 won the Best Donghua Award. I forgot to look up which award it was.
Yeah.
I have it on our Twitter.
It showed it. It's like a big, like, glass block of an award.
Is it a big glass? I didn't get to see any pictures of the big glass block award.
I don't know where it would be. I'm sorry.
It won Donghua of the Year at 20th China Video Awards 2019 at the 12th Xiamen International Animation Festival. It's the silver award for Best Donghua Series. Oh yeah, it is a big glass block. It's like a big glass cylinder with a big cool Tetris block on top of it.
It's pretty fun.
It looks cool. It looks like a one of those CD cylinder things nuts that you would get a bunch of CDRWs in. You'll love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
nuts.
CD's nuts. Congratulations, Donghua. You deserve it.
Yay. Audio drama also ended for real. Yesterday, technically.
Yeah.
They did the Yunmong Date Extra, which just the choicest possible content.
The choicest.
And, I mean, there is going to be a fan-made audio drama.
Really?
Like, continuing on. Yeah. They're going to have, I can't remember which voice actors they're going to have, but they're going to have a couple official voice actors on. I need to find more information about it myself, but yeah, it's going to be fun.
What content are they doing?
I think it's going to be like fan-made content.
Oh, fuck yes, bro.
Sure.
Bro, I love that. That fucking rules.
I know, I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. I would like to uncover more information about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what types of things they do.
Me too.
The tales they might weave.
The tale.
What would you want to see out of it?
I just want to see them going on crime-solving adventures.
You want to see them doing that Ghostbuster shit?
Yeah.
Want to see
and
them
just
doing
making trouble and lying to children and having a nice time together as like a married pair.
Yeah, married ghost hunting channel.
Married ghost hunting channel.
I love that.
It's a family business.
It is a family business.
Shui's there.
He is there. He's going to inherit it, and it's going to be nepotism.
It's going to be nepotism.
I love it.
Oh, wow, I'm absolutely just like pretty much a huge fan of that.
Basically, when it comes down to it, I love that. That's going to be really cool. Another very stupid thing happened in the MXTX expanded universe, but we'll get to that because we have a treat for that coming up. It's just kind of made waves in the community, and I'm laughing my ass off all week about it. So,
Himbo Zongju?
Himbo Zongju official.
Yeah, Himbo Zongju official.
Himbo Zongju confirmed.
We'll swing back around to that.
Yeah, first we got some chapters to talk about.
We do have a few chapters to talk about. A few, meaning two.
Two of them. Two quick chapters. Real quick.
You know, tried to jam-pack it with as much content as I could force my brain to do.
Yeah, these are very short chapters, but I ended up writing the longest summaries I've written so far for these because a lot of things happen in them.
Yeah.
So, chapters 11 and 12, parts 1 and 2 of the Refinement arc. Refinement. You love it.
You do love it.
You do love it. So, well, I guess we'll just get right into chapter 11 with the summary here.
Yeah.
Why not? So,
hit it.
So Lan Wangji and the Lan Juniors take Wei Wuxian to the Cloud Recesses, which is the Lan sect's house.
Mm-hmm.
Wei Wuxian throws a hissy fit because he doesn't want to go in, because he remembers from having studied here as a teen, #teen, that it was super restrictive and boring.
He has high school trauma.
Yeah, he has high school trauma. He and the juniors argue a bit. Sishui says that basically it's for his safety that they're bringing him here, because Jiangchen Pokemon will finish him off if they end up having another run-in. They get interrupted with some Lan guys come out, one of whom is Lan Wangji's nice, very sweet older brother, Lan Shichen, who's the sect leader, and he says that Lan Wangji looks happy and he never has guests over, and Wei Wuxian is like, what the hell are you talking about? He looks happy. And Shichen tells Lan Wangji to treat his guest real nice, and he leaves, and Lan Wangji immediately tells the juniors to drag Wei Wuxian inside, specifically to his bedroom. Which is called the Jingxi.
His big bedroom house, basically.
Yeah, his own wing of the house.
Yeah.
God, I wish that were me. They do that. Lan Wangji leaves to talk to his uncle about zombie arm stuff, because we find out that they wrangled the zombie arm and brought it back to the Cloud Recesses, and Uncle has been taking a look at it. So Wei Wuxian is left in the Jingxi, and he kind of snoops around a little bit, and he accidentally finds a bunch of jars of his old favorite wine, Emperor Smile, under the floorboards, and he has a laugh about it. He sneaks a little drinky drink. Then he gets out of the room after a while and tries to see if he can escape, because if he doesn't have this special magic fancy jade token, then he can't get in or out very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And he figures out that he can't leave, so he decides to see if he can't steal a jade token off of anybody who might be in the Cloud Recesses Cold Springs.
Does it in the stupidest possible way.
As he does. It's his favorite, so he goes there, and sure enough, there's a dude in there, and ooh, he's handsome, and he's buff, and he's hot, and Wei Wuxian definitely feels normal about it.
And he's covered in scars for some reason.
Yeah! He notices that Cold Springs Hot Boy has a shit ton of magic whip scars on his back, and but what really knocks him on his ass, quite literally, is that this man also has a very distinct scar on his chest, but we don't quite find out what it is before the chapter ends. So
they call it, it's fun, they call it a sear, like he's a steak.
I don't, yeah. Outback Wangji house.
Outback Wangji.
What is up with that? I don't know if...
He is a prime piece of beef, if we're being real.
I mean, right. God, I was reading it, and I just could not stop thinking about how wide he is in the Donghua. He's so big.
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
He's so big, and I'm so glad about it.
She does touch upon that in the next chapter, too, like in the text.
And I'm a fan.
Which really makes me glad. I know there are some people out there who are like, hey, can you shut up about size difference already? Here's the thing. No.
Here's the thing. It's canon. Sorry about it.
Cool. Like... I'm sorry.
This is 100% a pro-size difference podcast.
Yes, I'm sorry about it, but I'm really not. Yeah. I mean, you can go find something else that interests you, but us over here, we're feasting.
Yep.
So, bye.
Slurp, slurp, slurp. So the first paragraph of this chapter is like another big Chinese literature joke.
Yeah.
That is lost on me. But basically naming this joint the Cloud Recesses would be like us naming a place after like a fucking Rush album or something, or me naming a place like Look Upon My Works Ye Mighty in Despair. It's just a line from a poem, and it doesn't translate very well.
Yeah, because the thing about Chinese as a language is their characters mean fucking words, and they're so compressed.
Yeah.
And they have so many different meanings and interpretations, and if you change a single stroke, then it's different, and it can be a fucking pun also. Like, they have language down pat.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Everything else is child's play compared to Chinese, for real.
It's legitimately one of the hardest languages to translate into English, and literally the name of this place comes from an entire line in this poem.
Yep.
And this is why sometimes when I'm running things through Google Translate, I get the funny translation of Like, so they took him back to Cloud Deep, do not know the place, or whatever.
Cloud Deep, do not know the place.
Yeah. Anyway, Wei Wuxian gets upset about how many rules there are, which is the thing he does. Which is the thing everybody does.
Yeah.
If you look up at the list of rules, number 69 is podcasting, funny joke. My next note is just, Jingyi is the first one that says the thing. He says that a thing is...
sleeve.
Well, no, he says that a thing is forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, which you love to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's us.
Running is forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, as it turns out.
So congratulations to Lan Jingyi for being the one to say the thing.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yep.
So, I don't know, basically the beginning of Chapter 11 is just Wei Wuxian getting exactly what is coming to him.
It's just getting gang-owned.
He's getting gang-owned. Like, he provokes all of this, and then he's completely shocked when Lan Wangji and the disciples, like, follow through.
A fucking Lan Wangji says, let him cry.
Let him cry. Like, Lan Wangji's literally like, okay, Wei Ying wants to act funny, but I'm about to act hilarious. Literally an absolute savage.
He says, let him have his baby fit and tire him out, and then when he needs nappy time, bring him inside.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I will never get tired of this line. Ever in my life. It's like one of my favorites. He is so fucking funny.
He's so good.
Wei Ying just sitting there clinging to his emotional support donkey.
Yeah. And then Jingyi, like, has to come in and own, quote-unquote, Mo Xuanyu's flute skills.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he has a good laugh about how he's shitty at the flute. Again.
Of course. He has to come and just, like, cry about how awful Wei Wuxian is, or how awful Mo Xuanyu is, how much of a pain in the ass he is. Fucking... Oh, no.
Yeah, the first few paragraphs are just Wei Wuxian getting owned.
Yeah, they just are continuously owning him. He's
and
like,
then...
You really want... like, Sect Leader Zhang would rip your spinal cord out through your asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you want to hang tight or nah.
Yeah.
And Wei Wuxian's like, or nah.
Or nah.
And it's like... Fucking, and then, like, Lan Shichen rolls up.
And he fucking comes in, and his first line is about how Wangji has no friends.
Yeah, oh my god, he's like, wow, you actually brought somebody back to the Cloud Recesses, that's crazy.
But he's so, like, pleasant and, like, just, like, guilelessly tactless about it.
So cute, and it's so funny, because, like, Lan Wangji intrinsically knows Wei Wuxian is about to pull some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Once Sect Leader Himbo shows up, and immediately does preventative damage control. He silences the man, like, he's like, no, we're not playing no games. Because Wei Wuxian was immediately thinking in the previous paragraph, oh man, if I ran my mouth at the Sect Leader, I would definitely get kicked out. And it's like Lan Wangji saw him and saw through his mind and just went,
You thought, yeah.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope, we're not doing it today.
Not in front of my brother.
Fucking, and then, like, he comes in, and I appreciate how MXTX just gets all three of his names out of the way.
Yeah, I said that too. Thank you, God. We get Lan Huan, Lan Shichen, Zhou Jun, Sect Leader Lan, just all in one go.
Like,
Yep, in case he forgets it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, if you look under his robes, he's wearing a shirt that says Shichen on it.
He has to sit him all to himself in the mirror in the morning so he doesn't forget. Yeah, like, Shichen being dense as fuck all along would explain why he was, like, completely chill with the silencing charm-laden twink clinging to a donkey that Lan Wangji is just, carting around very rudely, and he's like, hey, you better take care of your guests, like, this is a little weird.
Fucking, we get this line, about how, the two of them look exactly the same, except for, like, their eye color, basically.
Yeah, and the reason Lan Shichen is ranked above Lan Wangji is because he doesn't look like a bitch.
Yeah, because Wangji has resting depression face.
Yeah, pretty much.
So he's nicer and friendlier, he's a sweeter boy, he's more approachable, and that's why he's just that one little step above.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but one thing that you gotta know about Sect Leader Stoned Boy Lan Shichen is that he be visiting Koi Tower.
He be visiting Koi Tower. Him and Jiggy are like me crossing my fingies, this.
Yeah. Because Wang Ji's like, oh, are you going there again? And he's like, I'd be going there again.
Hell yeah.
It's the only place he ever goes. And we get this is where, like, we kind of get, I think we've gotten, like, his name before, but this is where we get an explanation of who Jiggy is.
Yeah.
And he's basically the wizard president.
Yep. He's basically in control of all of the sects.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there. Yep. He's king.
He's king bitch.
He got everything he wanted.
He's strutting around Koi Tower in his floor-length, sheer, furry-lined bathrobe, knowing he's that bitch.
Ostrich feather lined.
Yeah. And they're best friends. And then Shichen says, well, I gotta go. I'm about to head out. Wang Ji, treat your guest better. And then he leaves. And then Wang Ji immediately says, drag him inside.
Yeah, he's like, he drops all pretense after Shichen leaves.
Dump this load in my bedroom, would you? Fucking
God. It's just so funny. Like, it's very normal to take someone in your custody into your bedroom for safekeeping.
Yeah.
To be fair, he would have slipped out if he hadn't have been in the same room at all times, though.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's a slippery twink.
He
would have found a way to... I mean, he has, like... I don't know if MXTX hadn't come up with the Paperman spell yet. But he does have that he can do that we'll learn about. But,
yeah.
I mean, he could have probably just, like... turned himself into funny, like, cartoon paper and slid between some planks in the wall or something.
Yeah.
Just watch me swoosh through this fucking Owens Corning fiberglass insulation.
Just sneak on out,
Yeah, just slip. I don't remember what it's in reference to, but there's a line about he did a lot of digging pits, excavating graves, and finding holes in the ground because he's a dirty, stinky boy.
He's a dirty, stinky boy. He just likes to dig.
He loves to be in the dirt. I love how ongoing a theme this is. He just loves to be in the dirt and smell bad.
He loves to dig. He loves to find hidey holes. And that was what this was in reference to. Yeah. He was looking around the floorboards.
Yeah.
And he picks up one of the floorboards, and wouldn't you know it, there are 8 jars of his very frequently proclaimed favorite drink, Emperor's Smile, hidden under the floorboards for, like, some kind of weird future event.
His favorite drink from back when he was here in town, doing a lot of underage drinking.
And he puts no fucking thought into it. He's like, oh, wow, I guess Lan Wangji's a bad boy now, huh?
Big gulps, huh? We'll see ya.
God! So he takes one out, he gets his drink on.
Yeah, he gets his drink. It fucking describes the Emperor's Smile as having the ability to quote-unquote quench one's fire, which they helpfully explain in the footnotes to mean, basically it's boner-killing juice. A boner-hurting juice.
It's dick-hurting juice.
It's dick-hurting juice. But how does he get out? He gets out of the room somehow, and he starts just kind of wandering around, looking for a way to get out.
Yeah, and he's like, he has a drink, and he's looking for a way to get out, because, like, Lan Wangji is off doing his thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember how exactly he gets out.
I don't either.
I don't think it's really touched upon, and if it is, then
he just does it. He just phases through the wall.
The windows don't have anything on them.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
yeah. China, so he probably just slips out.
Yeah.
Sneaky boy.
He just is about to head out, about to do some stealth shit, and then just walks through the floor-to-ceiling length window.
Yeah, dumps some Emperor's Smile in his mouth, and then gets going.
Yep. Like he's fucking Popeye.
God.
He takes a big old swig, and his arms get big.
And, I was rereading this, and I was fucking floored by Wei Wuxian's willful ignorance towards LWJ's thing for him.
Oh, yeah.
I have meta opinions on that, but that's for later.
He's a fucking clown.
Yeah, so naturally in further attempts to get kicked out, he decides the best course of action is to peep on Lan Wangji, or just go to the cold springs and see if anybody's having a soak, and steal their shit, steal their keys, basically.
He looks at, he finds somebody's clothes all neatly folded, and it describes them as looking like a cube of tofu.
Which is great.
It's so good. That's such a good image.
He's having an ideal evening of laying around, getting tipsy, and then going to peep while stealing somebody's keys. And so he gets to the cold springs, and he's he goes, and of course the shit is folded there, and he peeks in, and he's like, oh shit, there's a man's there.
And he immediately begins to have one of history's normalest ones. However, Wei Wuxian was definitely not stunned. He was definitely not popping a fatty.
He stared for, like, minutes at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, the guy, like, turns a little bit, and he sees he's got all these crazy whip scars on his back, like 30-something scars.
Yeah, and he knows they're from a discipline whip, because they're, like, obviously... They should have happened a long time ago, I guess, but they aren't fading, and that's how you know it's from a discipline whip, because the scars ain't fade.
Yeah, JC got one once, and he never fucking forgot about it. So, like, what the hell could this guy have done that was just so crazy bad? And then, like, so either this guy went through some crazy shit, or he's into some crazy shit, because he turns around a little bit, and you see this weird little sear mark.
Yeah.
This scar on his chest.
Yeah.
That it's crazy to Wei Wuxian because it's the one that he had on his body.
Fucked up if true.
Fucked up if true. In the
we find that out in the next chapter, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's get right into chapter 12 then, because we just pick up exactly where we left off.
Yeah, because, like, he turns around a little bit and Wei Wuxian is like, oh shit, it's Lan Wangji.
Yeah, he's still, chapter 12 opens up with him still being shocked Pikachu about the scars on fucking Cold Spring Sex Man. And an icy sword comes flying at him, and that's when he does some From Software bullshit and dodges it, but he realizes that scarred up hot guy was Lan Wangji. He runs literally into the juniors, and they kind of unknowingly stall him long enough that Lan Wangji in his bathrobe catches up, and he picks Wei Wuxian up by his scruff and starts carrying him off, because as Wei Wuxian notices, and as we the readers learn, Wei Wuxian in Mo Xuanyu's body is noticeably smaller now. Lan Wangji carries Wei Wuxian back to the Jingxi and throws him onto the bed, looking hot and disheveled, and we find out that the reason Wei Wuxian flipped out so hard on seeing the scar on Lan Wangji's chest is that it's exactly the same as a certain scar that he had in his own old body, down to the placement, so this, along with the whip scars, makes him go, what happened, dude? The fuck? So, but then it's bedtime. It's 9 p.m., and when you're in the cloud recesses, you go to bed at 9 on the dot.
Yep.
Lan Wangji says, you're sleeping here, and he goes to sleep in, like, a side room with another bed. Wei Wuxian thinks about their relationship and back then times, and basically, summary is it was messy. Wei Wuxian gets up to try to steal the token again, now that he thinks Lan Wangji's asleep, but Lan Wangji wakes up, and Wei Wuxian has a brain blast, and decides to try to get himself kicked out again by throwing himself onto Lan Wangji and leaning in real close, parentheses bad. Lan Wangji tells Wei Wuxian twice to get off of him, but he doesn't. He says some gremlin shit that I don't condone, and Lan Wangji says, alright, bro, I ain't getting no sleep because of you, so you ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. And he casts a paralyzing spell on him, which makes Wei Wuxian collapse onto mattress-ass Lan Wangji.
Mattress-ass Lan Wangji!
Wei Wuxian is like, whom the fuck is this Lan Wangji? Where's the real man? And Lan Wangji says, clap on, clap off the clapper, and lights out, and then that's the chapter.
He went...
Yep. He
knocked that shit out.
He pulled out his pointy sword that you only stab things with and sliced the candle and the light went out.
He sliced it, yep. So... fucking Wei Wuxian just gets shooed away by a sword and then harangued by disciples, so honestly it's what she deserves. It's what she deserves.
We find out that he has a +5 dex mod.
Yeah, he's real good at it. He
definitely fast. He's proficient in dex saves. And so he runs into the juniors because they're just there always.
Yeah.
They just be there. What do they tell him or whatever? They're just like, or no, they get into like a thing because he runs up and he's like, I definitely wasn't scoping out hot Wangji in the tub.
Yeah, that was super the only thing I was doing. Haha, look at me, I'm so crazy and homosexual.
Yeah, I'm regular, I'm being normal.
And like, Jingy just like starts bitching at him, and like, while Jingy's bitching at him, he's like, well, you guys are breaking the law too.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling? Huh? Yelling is forbidden in the cloud recesses, so...
bitch. And then when...
so stupid.
So fucking fool. So then Lan Wangji comes up and Jingy says to him the good line of, Han Guangjun, Mo Xuanyou really is awful.
He's just terrible, Dad.
What is with this guy? He's so weird. I don't like Jingyi wouldn't have. What the heck is this quip?
What the heck is this? No, and he would say, like, what the heck, too. Like, please just imagine the juniors constantly saying, what the crap is this?
What the freak is this?
What the heck? What the frick, man? Understand that your actions have consequences! That's Jiggy, actually.
God!
As it turns out.
Oh my god, as it happens.
Fucking, and then, like, LWJ rolls up and his sword is still unsheathed and he's like, alright, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's just in his bathrobe.
And it says something about a crowd, but he's, like, in his bathrobe and his hair is all down and, like, damp and he just, like, turns towards the disciples. He, like, glances at Wei Wuxian and then, like, he looks at everybody else. He's like, alright, bye, get the fuck out. And then he fucking takes full advantage of the new height difference Moshwan Yu's sacrifice has given him to lift Wei Wuxian up by his scruff like a kitten and just fucking carry him off.
Can we talk about this entire paragraph dedicated to the size difference now?
It's fucking incredible. And I would also like to give a nice shout out to the Exiled Rebels footnote that's like, this is pronounced soon.
Yeah.
Don't get the end pronounced with M or you'll have a bad time or what the fuck ever. I'm like, y'all are nasty. Y'all are nasty. I can't believe this.
But yeah, Wei Ying used to be a slightly bigger boy, just taller. But now he's a nice compact Twinkie. He's Twinkie.
He's Twinkie. Yeah. And it's good this way.
It's good this way. It's good and correct and right to me.
Yeah. Me.
So he gets thrown onto a bed, and we get another paragraph dedicated to how hot and commanding Lan Wangji is.
Yeah, he gets thrown onto the bed in the guest room within the separate room. And
we get
super
so much,
hot. Wei Wuxian takes like as much time as he feels is personally necessary to ogle Lan Wangji's visible chest. And...
we get so much hot Lan Wangji in these two chapters.
I know, it's a very, very clear attempt to make him as sexy as possible.
Sexy.
Which, like, he is, so it's fine.
I mean, these are the points where, you are very deeply reminded the genre of this novel.
Yeah, and fucking, so Lan Wangji, throws him there and then he leaves, and Wei Wuxian just, like, sits there and he's fucking thinking about it, and he's like, no, he can't possibly know who I am, because, like, he doesn't know that reincarnation is a thing. Obviously, there are no other factors to this that could lead him to thinking that I am the reincarnated version of Wei Wuxian.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Plus, he heard me be bad at flute.
He heard me be bad at flute, even though I act exactly like Wei Wuxian, and he knew Wei Wuxian better than anybody else. He doesn't know that reincarnation is a thing, so he can't know that I exist. Like, fucking, I think something that's always been funny about Wei Wuxian as a character is that he'll draw a conclusion, especially when it's about himself or LWJ, and he will accept no other opinions about it. He'll just, like, that's the concrete, it's just set in stone.
Yeah.
Like, Lan Wangji doesn't know.
He just assumes.
He doesn't know Wei Wuxian has been reincarnated. Why? Obviously, because he doesn't know reincarnation is a thing. And that sole piece of information makes Wei Wuxian think he's in the clear. No more critical thought or hiding his identity required. None whatsoever.
No speculating that Lan Wangji could have learned that reincarnation is a thing. Like, in the 13 years since he fucking died.
I know, he's operating off of... He did this with Lan Wangji's behavior earlier, too. He's, like, operating off of this particular set of assumptions and conclusions that he came to fucking 13 years ago before he died. He's still expecting Lan Wangji to act like this delicate little... like, lotus young adult that has no real life experience, so to speak, save for...
rich boy.
The obvious stuff. But he's like, homie is 35 years old now, bro. Like,
this is a grown-ass man who has not had sex yet.
Your data is very outdated.
Yeah.
So I would...
you need to update those data sets.
Update the data sets.
Fucking, like, the underlying thing about that I think is, like, speaks to Wei Wuxian a lot. Like, it's, having read the novel before and having seen the Donghua and everything, like... we are only kind of given hints about it right now, but it becomes more apparent as the as the novel goes on, that it seems like, to me at least, the underlying reason why he assumes those things is because he just kind of operates under this assumption that people kind of just hate him.
Yeah. People forget about him. He's not worth anybody's time.
Yeah, he's a burden.
He just he has this, like, and it does speak to me a little bit because it reminds me a lot of when mentally ill people just kind of convince themselves 100% that they are all of these horrible things, that they're terrible, that everything is their fault, you know, all of these things. And they spend so long convincing themselves of it that it just becomes second nature. And they just start thinking, well, since I mean nothing, then of course no one would care about me. And so they start jumping to these huge conclusions, just trying to run circles around the fact that somebody could possibly care about them as a person and not hate them. Yeah, and in addition to that, he also has an entire history of being told that he's a burden explicitly, that he does nothing but cause problems, and being told over and over again that he's the reason that all of these horrible things have happened. And, you know, in some ways, there are bad things that he did cause. Yeah. But, he did kill people. Nobody's saying that he didn't kill people. He did do war crimes, but, like, he also, you know, there is a lot of stuff that's been, you know, like, exaggerated and things that are more complicated than just like, oh, this one person's at fault, this one person's to blame. And not to be both sides, you know, but it is like we'll see it as it happens. There is a lot of stuff that just complicates it a lot more, but he does in those cases, his default kind of thing is to go, you know, if there's a question about something, if he has a question about something, he'll assume that he's at fault. Because he just, you know, he's so somebody who decides actively to take on burdens himself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's extremely self-sacrificing, and that leads to just this whole kind of cycle of, you know, I decided to take this action, so I'm the one who's to blame for all of the fallout. And I think he's so self-sacrificing because he did not have any kind of self-worth instilled in him as a child. It's a cycle, Like, it's a cycle, you know? Yeah, let me make it up to you, and then more bad shit happens. Oops, that's my fault. Let me try to make it up in this way. And it just keeps going and getting worse, and that's just kind of... Like, if you get that shit drilled into you during your formative years, it's really hard to unlearn it, and he had no reason to unlearn it in the paths that he ended up taking later on in life. Yeah. You know? It just kind of, so many things conspired against him, and he did so many things purposefully because he just thought that his life did not matter in the long run. And which is a big part of why he has such this outward attitude of, like, like, I have nothing to lose. You know, I'm shameless. I have no face. You know, I can go out and act a fucking fool all the time because people already, you know, expect nothing of me and think I'm worthless and think I'm a problem. So why not be a problem? Yeah, you know? Why not? Why not lean into it? It's just easier. It's easier to just meet people's expectations in that regard than to break them. He's terminally committing to the bit. Terminally committing to the bit, that's fucking it. Yep. Anyway, so he thinks about their relationship in the vampire times. Yeah. The pre-death vampire times. And how they had their relationship was just kind of complicated. He just always kind of assumed that Lan Wangji didn't like him. He made an assumption, and then that assumption was concrete. So, of course, Lan Wangji hates him. End of story. He's spent 20 years, 13 of which are dead, making an ass out of you and me. So that's what he's been doing. Yep. And, like, he even acknowledges, like, I mean,
I never hated him, Yeah. I never disliked him, but, and I think that's a really interesting aspect about him as a character, is that, like, even when he, thinks that somebody hates him, he doesn't,
he doesn't find it within himself to hate them back unless it's, Wen Chao or something.
Yeah, unless it's somebody who, actively harms him.
Yeah.
He doesn't even, he doesn't even do the thing that, people would advise you to do in a situation like that, where it's just ignore them. He doesn't do that. He still, continues on, interacting with them and dealing with them however he feels, sees appropriate.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so, I mean, they had fought back in the day, but it wasn't, it never really came to, super big blows. Yeah. It was just kind of, on and off, difficult and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, he decides, well, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is gonna get boring real quick.
Yeah, he's like, I can't fucking deal with this. There's not enough stimulation.
Yeah.
And so he decides that he's going to try again to steal Lan Wangji's jade token off of his person.
And so Lan Wangji immediately, eyes blow open.
Yeah.
Cartoony, and Wei Wuxian, fucking genius brain of the world's largest fucking brain, just immediate reflex decision is watch me get kicked out.
Fucking, yeah, Wei Wuxian keeps playing gay chicken with Lan Wangji, expecting to get kicked out, expecting Lan Wangji not to play along, and Lan Wangji just fucking takes it. He's like, I'm down for it.
Yep. He says, alright, bring it.
Yeah, he keeps doing it. Lan Wangji's like, alright, get off.
Yeah.
And Wei Wuxian's like, no.
No.
Lan Wangji's like, get off, and he doesn't, try to push him off or anything, he just tells him to get off.
Yeah.
And Wei Wuxian refuses, and Lan Wangji's like, is this really what you want?
Is this where you want to be when Jesus comes back?
Is this really where you want to be when Jesus comes back? And, Wei Wuxian, I think, does he say, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he does some more, he says some shit that I don't think is very good of him to say.
No, I think it explains him as saying more disgusting comments or something.
Yeah.
I'm I can't even imagine how LWJ must feel here,
Oh, God.
I think about it a lot, and I just...
Wei Ying is sitting on his dick.
He's sitting on his dick, the anticipation he would feel when Wei Ying makes these stupid passes at him.
God.
Followed by the immediate heartbreak as he realizes he's just being fucked with. After all this time, and Wei Ying is just trying to get a rise out of him as always. As always.
And Lan Wangji just every single time it seems like he just, absorbs it.
Yeah, he just fucking takes it.
Yeah,
he'll take... Fucking, as far as he's concerned, Wei Ying is back.
Yeah.
And he's in Wei Ying's vicinity.
Yeah.
Wei Ying is alive. Wei Ying is touching him. He'll do fucking whatever. Mm-hmm. Sure. He'll take it.
Yeah.
He will fucking take it. It doesn't matter what form it comes in. He's fucking alive here and in his bed.
Just the fact that he's alive, period.
Yep.
And it, and that's an ongoing thing. It's just throughout the novel, he takes all of this stuff and he never, explodes or anything. Nope. He never expresses any, upset about it. He's just, it seems like it's just as far as he's concerned, this is how Wei Ying is. This is how it's gonna be. He isn't expecting anything more than that.
Nope. He doesn't really, even if he wants something more than that, it's he's never going to force himself because, Wei Ying's fucking here, and that's, the most he could ever have asked for.
He's never going to force himself, and he's never going to force Wei Ying either, more importantly.
Yep.
Because he thinks Wei Ying isn't interested. And that's why he is the world's only man.
He's the world's only man and the world's only person to have rights.
The very first person to have rights. The person who invented having rights.
He invented having rights.
He invented having rights.
So he puts paralysis spell on Wei Ying. Wei Ying he is introduced to his new mattress.
Yep.
His man-shaped beauty rest. Because, I figure the least Lan Wangji deserves from this fucking behavior as a nighttime cuddle.
Yeah.
So he got that at least.
Yeah, he casts the spell, he says, mattress discounters, and then fucking Wei Ying collapses, and it's good.
Yeah, and so, he, after a while, Wei Ying's just sitting there okay, when's this joke gonna end? When's he gonna duck out a gay chicken? Lan Wangji, like, shifts himself, and Wei Ying's like, okay, finally. And then he just, like, magics the lights off.
Yep.
And Wei Ying's like, oh my god, I can't believe I just lost gay chicken.
Oh my god, this is how it's gonna be.
It definitely is how it's gonna be, as it turns out.
And that's the chapter.
That's the chapter.
That's how it be, folks. So those are our chapters this week.
I really like them.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me... Wei Wuxian's, strategy for getting out of cloud recesses makes me want to fucking die, but, like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's normal. It's typical Wei Wuxian bullshit.
I'm having a chocolate. I'm calming myself.
We had to pause for a minute, just some behind-the-scenes notes. We had to pause for a second and...
Do magic.
Now Ray is enjoying a nice piece of Hershey nugget, so you'll love it.
I love the nugget.
We all love the nug. So next week we're going to be reading chapters 13 and 14. And we're going to be going into some flashback time, which I'm very fucking excited about.
Hell yeah, and it's not going to take nearly as long as the Donghua flashback did. Hell yeah.
Taking a lot fewer than 12 episodes to finish this flashback. We're only going to be covering them for, I think, 3 weeks?
It's great!
So, it's good!
Yay!
But yeah, chapters 13 and 14. You'll love to see it.
I'm very excited.
So to go back to some of the stuff, before we get into our Google Translate Essence collection...
Yes.
The thing that Twitter, at least, has been screaming about all week is that I don't know the context of it 100%. There was some interview, and I don't know if it came out this week, or if it was just translated this week, or if somebody just dug it up and noticed it, but
it's something we should have realized all along.
It was there in front of us waiting, and it's so good that it happened this week, because we were, in these chapters, we got to meet sect leader Lan Xichen.
Just a little glimpse of him, yeah.
And also this week, MXTX said that Lan Xichen has rocks for brains.
Yeah, he's rocks for brains.
He has a terrible case of himbo. She's not outright saying, yeah, this guy's dumb as fuck, but she's basically saying,
he's
like...
ignorant.
He's
willfully ignorant.
She's saying that, like, she doesn't understand why some people have this interpretation of him that he's, like, this secret genius... hashtag sly clever boy, because he's educated. He's definitely got a fine young gentleman's education. He's a sect leader, he knows what he's doing. He just he's as smart as he needs to be.
He was like a frat boy in college.
He knows
Ivy League frat boy.
He knows what he's doing. And that's all he needs to know. He's just kind of naive. Just because he has, that private school gusu education, it doesn't mean he isn't, kind of not necessarily the best judgment. Okay, well, we just spent a good bit of time trying to find the original post, and I can't find it. They might have deleted it, but anyway. But the thing is, MXTX came out and said, fuck LXC rights.
Yeah, LXC himbo rights.
Yeah, himbo...
If he has any rights, it's himbo rights.
The only rights he has are himbo rights. Mm-hmm. And, so I wanted to kind of pay homage to him a little bit, because, my man's gets kind of a raw deal at the end.
An intensely raw deal.
Raw deal. So... I was trying to curate some Google Translate content that was kind of LXC focused.
Yeah.
And what I ended up finding was an entire page for him on Baidu Baike, which is like a sort of a Wikipedia type thing, but it's all Chinese. And I ran that through the old Googie Trans, and what I got was a fucking doozy of a page.
Really?
Yes. So this one's a little bit longer than usual.
It's all good.
But yeah, the entire thing is fucking excellent. There's like a video at the beginning of it. It's in Chinese, so I can't, I don't understand it, but I think it's just the text of this page being read over like some images of him.
But how lovely.
Yeah, but this page, this is just the Baidu page for confirmed sect leader Himbo. I cannot believe Himbo Zongzhu. I can't believe your URL, your @ was prophetic. It was prophetic.
It was prophetic.
You knew it was right there in front of us.
Incredible. All right, give it to me.
All right, so this is our this is what we got.
Lan Yichen, the Ink-Stained Copper Stinks Thee original novel. Ink-Stained Copper Stinks Thee is MXTX because it's hyperlinked. The, quote, magic Tao, unquote, and its derivative works. Gu Sulan's current owner, the name, the word, it's Hanzi. The style is gentle, and the style is gentle.
Lest you forget.
And the protagonist Blue forgot the machine and called it Gusu Shuangyu. And the former nephew Nie Mingjun of Qinghe and the former homeowner of Lanling Jinshi, Jin Guangyao, are called the Three Brothers, and they are called Shai Junjun. Chinese name, Blue Dragonfly. Other name, Landa, Ze Yijun. Reading brother machine, in parentheses, fans called. Second brother, in parentheses, Jin Guangyao. Brother, Blue Forget Machine. Yu Chen brother, Nie Huai Song. Play, Liu Hai Kwan's Chen Qingling. That's, well, they tried. Dubbing is Guoshang's The Same Road, The Demonstration of the Devil, The Chufu, and the Wang Chu, The Devil's Master radio drama. The Same Road, The Demonstration of the Devil, The Chufu, and The Devil's Master are all, I think, series names. Golden String Magic Tao, Animation Ling Fei Chun Ching Ling, Debut the Magical Tao.
And then under that is Chenri Order.
At the age of 8, my mother, Mrs. Ching Shi, passed away. And his father, Chiang Junjun, who was the owner of the Blue family. Lan Yuchen fled with a book. Just the one.
Just the most important one. He fled with fucking John Green's Looking for Alaska.
God.
He fled
Sacred text.
He fled with The Secret.
After returning to Gusu, he rebuilt the Shanfu Yunshun and did not know where he was. Okay, Shanfu Yunshun is just cloud recesses. And recruited the students to participate in the shooting of the sun. After the signing of the Japanese, he and the Red Front Zhang Yeming and the Confucius Jin Guangyao became brothers. The names of the two were Big Brother, Three Brothers, or Ayao. Fond of my brother's Blue Forgetting Machine.
Me too.
I can see that I have forgotten what I want in my mind. Therefore, some fans have called it a, quote, reading machine, unquote. After Wei Wu's death, the Blue forgets the pain and does not want to live. And Lan Yuchun has always been with him. After Wei Wu's Shu, wow!
That's a new one.
Returned to the world and was swayed by Jin Guangyao and Jin Lintai, he took in the Blue Forgetting Machine, Wei Wuxian, who was hiding with him. What?
You heard the man.
In the ending Yunmeng Guanyin Temple, he revealed that the Blue Forgetting Machine had a deep affection for Wei Wuxian, and for 13 years, he urged the two to communicate.
I don't think that's a spoiler because it's incomprehensible.
Yeah. Wow.
It's gibberish, so it doesn't count.
Lan Yuchen mediates from it, allowing Nie Mingjun and Jin Guangyao have long been in disagreement. That's true.
That is true.
Lan Yushen mediates from it, allowing Jin Guangyao to play Nie Mingjun to play the heart sound to reduce the influence of knife and spirit.
Both of them.
Knife and spirit.
Knife and spirit.
The contradiction broke out to the top. The use of clear heart sounds mixed and chaotic, resulting in Nie Ming's aggravation of violent madness and death. Nie Ming, I'm just gonna call him Ming from now on.
My favorite thing is that sometimes when I translate it from Vietnamese, they just call him Ming Ming.
Ming Ming! I love Ming Ming! This series of changes has given Blue Johnson a deep doubt about what kind. No, oh my god.
Good old Blue Johnson.
Because of Nie Ming. Because of Nie Ming Shi's death. The ending was still unhappy and ignorant.
Ignorant all the way to the end.
Clear and gentle, gentle style.
Clear and gentle, gentle style.
When you're beautiful and beautiful.
Opa gentle style.
The style is bleak. Opa depressed style. Wow, that's
our salute.
That's a lot to take in.
Our salute to Zoojun. We stan one sad himbo.
He's just trying his best, folks. Don't be too harsh on him.
Semper Buddy. He's just I'm not gonna try to harsh this man's vibes. There's one last little thing here that is just, it makes me laugh. Character ability, excellent painting skills, and then in brackets, the color of the pen is all gentle, but it is a wide open. There is a clear picture on the paper, but it seems to have thousands of mountains. So, just in case you needed to know any of his talents, it's that.
Yeah.
Being handsome.
That's basically it. Playing the flute.
Rolling fatties.
Rolling fatties playing the flute.
Rolling fatties playing the flute. You know? Semper funny. Semper funny, semper bunny. But, so, it's questions time, I think.
It's questions time.
Questions? If you got them, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask or via Twitter at cloudrecesspod, just the one cloud recess. Our first question, let's go to Twitter. And we will read our first question. We have a couple on Tumblr as well.
Alright, our first question on Twitter is from friend of the show at Ask Jovery.
Are you going to read this entire thing in be like, oh my can't I voice?
No, because that would make me want to die. Important question. If MDZS didn't take place in ancient Chinese vampire times, but instead in pseudo-futuristic cyberpunk times, what aesthetics/roles do you think each of the clans/characters would have? E.g. the Wens are the dystopian government and all wear leather or something? Wow. I can't say I'm familiar enough with the genre to really speak extensively on it. But
I am feeling Wens in, like, not necessarily leather, but, like, whatever the futuristic, like, substitute for leather is, because I feel like at that point it's gonna be like, oh, we don't need leather. You know, either that or there isn't room for cows anymore, because the planet is just fucking, Coruscant, or whatever, and it's just a big city. Anyway, I'm kind of feeling, like, I can picture the lawns having, like, kind of a very sleek, like, white with, like, cyan, you know, LED accents, kind of iRobot vibe.
They probably run, like, an AI tech company or something.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
That'd be fun. I mean, they're traditionalists, but at the same time, it's...
Yeah, I mean, if you can't focus on the traditional aspect because it's big future, then I think focus on the neat and clean, you know? The simple and clean is
the way that you're making me feel tonight.
Please, oh baby.
I mean, they are all stated to be some level of misophobic, so... Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
They'd fit in pretty well. Wei Wuxian is the grungy leader of, you know, the rebellion or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's fucking cyberpunk, stupid ass. He's got, like, the stupid, the, like, fake, like... plastic extensions in his hair or whatever.
Ew, no.
Terrible.
We're not going there. He's an underground. He's a black hat hacker, bro. And Lan Wangji abandons his family to go join the rebellion. Yeah. There you go. There's your story.
Yeah. Wei Wuxian lives in the sewers.
He's a nasty boy.
He's a nasty boy.
He's a stinky boy.
We're going to go over to Tumblr now, so thank you for that question.
Yes.
Jojo.
Anonymous said, in a Scum villain crossover, I'd truly love to see it, to which Songchong mountain peaks would the Modao characters be assigned? This is kind of hard because in the novel, I'm pretty sure she only mentions all of the sect names once, and then from that point, there are only like 4 or 5 that actually matter. But of the 4 or 5 that are mentioned, Lan Wangji, the Lans would definitely be in Shizen's Peak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the arts and performance peak, you know that shit.
I love that.
Wei Wuxian and Zhang Cheng, I think they would probably be in the fighty peak with Liu Qingge.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
And then there's the lady peak, which of course, just kind of makes me mad.
Yeah,
which is just like, hey, it's just all ladies.
It's where girls go.
Actually, no, you know what? It's not just like a where girls go sect because like there are plenty of girls in all of the.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah.
I think it's just like
it's the lesbian peak.
It's the lesbian peak, which actually I'm much cooler with. Now.
Yeah. It's lesbians.
It's lesbians, so you know all our real girls are out there.
All our real ones.
All our real ones.
All our day ones.
Who's on the logistics peak with Shang Qinghua?
Yao Yao.
Yeah, oh my god. Yao would definitely be on the logistics peak.
That's the Yao Mei peak.
The Yao Mei peak.
I can see him like doing a Shang Qinghua. Like,
oh yes,
working his way up, just kind of through
sneaky
happenstance.
Boy.
Yeah,
sneaky boy,
sneaky boy, sneaky boy,
sneaky.
Give Yao Yao an ice demon boyfriend.
Give Yao Yao an ice demon boyfriend. Wow, I fucking love that.
Just saying.
Honestly, no, I could see Niu Mingchui as like a demon. That'd be kind of cool. Niu brothers as demons, like.
Boy!
But I would also love to see Nie Huaisong in like Qingqi's sect.
Oh, I love that.
That would be so cute.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that'd be a good sect for a song. I would like it.
Anonymous said, so how long is too long for a straight man to stare at another wet, naked man thinking about how hot he is, asking for a friend? Also, there are so many to choose from in these 2 chapters, but which one was your favorite messy bitch moment, TM? Thank you for bringing back messy bitch moment, because I completely forgot that was like a bit that I wanted to start doing.
Yeah!
We forgot about the bit.
Yeah, the bit got away from us. Maybe now that the McMinute is gone, we can bring the messy bitch moment back.
That's true.
Messy bitch revival.
Messy bitch revival. Messy bitch moment revival.
Well, not being a straight man, I don't know if I can speak to this from experience.
Imagine if it were like a straight girl. How long would be too long? For me, I'm very hyper aware of like when I catch myself staring at someone, so it'd be like 5 seconds and I'd be like, oh shit, I better look away before they realize.
Shit, I'm being too gay, yeah.
Shit, I'm being too gay, I can't do this. But I mean, if you're still trying to convince the world that you're straight and you're doing this, I would say probably you're SOL after like 10 seconds.
I think so. I mean, if society at large has taught me anything, it's that if a man looks at another man at all, without the intention to like punch him or something, it means that him gay. Yeah. So, I guess not at all. But if any of our straight male listeners, which I know we have at least one, can pop in and maybe give us the straight man's angle on this.
Yeah. Sending out the klaxon for straight men's help, which is, I guess just getting a pretty well-known fact slightly wrong. And then so one of them will inevitably come and be like, oh, well, actually.
Yeah.
So that's just like, that's how you know. That's how you summon them. Anyway. So we did get a question in our inbox about like a lesbian Wuxian, like a gender bent thing, I'm pretty much assuming. And I just wanted to put it out there that I, as a non-binary person, am kind of, that kind of stuff really makes me uncomfortable, like the gender bends and like Rule 63 or whatever, just on a personal level. I don't really fuck with it. I don't like its implications, and I would appreciate if we kept that kind of stuff to like, not this podcast. I'm sorry. I don't really want to shit on anybody, but it's just really, it makes me sad personally and dysphoric and stuff. So if we could keep that to a minimum. If you want to talk about trans lesbian Wuxian, that would be great.
I love it. Yeah. We're just saying that to, not shit on anybody, but to just, lay down some boundaries.
Yes, please.
Putting up the caution tape. And that's it.
I'm sorry. I don't have a fun answer for you. It's just really not something that I'm comfortable with.
We could talk about lesbian ships.
We could talk about lesbian ships. I'm sorry. I have a really soft spot for Wenqing and Chang Yanli. Actually, I really like it.
You really like it?
I think they're so cute.
You really like it.
I think they could balance each other out really well. Chang Yanli would be very good at calming her down a little bit. I mean, not that she's a particularly angry person, she's just very severe. Yeah. And I don't think she knows how to calm down.
She's very intense.
Yanli
she's very on a lot.
Soothe her.
Yeah, Yanli soothes everybody.
And, in return, Yanli will get a lady who is passionate and cares about her. Mm-hmm. And oh god, I don't know, I just think it'd be great. I really fuck with Madame Jean and Madame Yu.
Yeah.
It's like secret clandestine, like lifelong lesbian relationship.
Fucking divorce their ain't shit ass husbands
and move on with their lives, baby. Yes.
Get that fucking midlife good shit going.
That's right.
You spend 19 years in this shitty marriage. Fuck them.
Like, really, fuck that shit.
Let Zhang Fengmian go off in his divorce boat. Let Jing Guangshan go fucking die in Vegas.
Yeah?
Who give a shit?
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Really? Get your asses out of there before it's too late.
Yeah.
So many terrible, terrible fates could have been avoided if they had just, like, lesbian eloped. But, what are you gonna do? So many opportunities missed.
Yep.
It's just how it be sometimes.
I guess that's how it be sometimes. What are you gonna do? Anywhom, thank you for the questions.
Thank you so much for the questions.
We appreciate it, even if there are some that we aren't gonna answer. So that's about it for this week. We did another reading this past week.
We did do another reading this past week.
It was good and fun.
Thank you to everybody who participated and everybody who tuned in. It was a fun time.
It was fucking rad. I am trying to get better at controlling the soundboards.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's difficult to read and control a soundboard at the same time, which is why I leave it to you, because I lose my place. But yeah, speaking of fucking readings and whatever, bonus content and all of that good shit, we have a Patreon.
We do!
If you feel like throwing some snacks and treats into our mouths, you can do that for as little as $1 a month. If you go to patreon.com/podrecesses, you can be a disciple of the show for that $1 a month, and get access to all of our Patreon exclusive bonus content, plus a special role in our Discord. This coming weekend, we're going to have our extra long bonus makeup edition of She's Gonna Get iPad, because we missed last month. So we're going to do, She's Gonna Get, Jumbo iPad. She's Gonna Get iPad Plus. But yeah, it's going to be good.
Definitely.
For $5 a month, you can be a sec leader of the show and get all that, plus a more special role in our Discord channel, and a thank you shout out on the show. Plus, you can send us a quick little message for us to read. And then for $10 a month, you can be chief cultivator of the Pod Recesses world and get all of that and an even more special role in our Discord. And you can also send us requests for things to stream, like episodes of shows or movies or games or us doing art or whatever. and or for stuff for us to read, like funny Google stuff, or chapters of the novel, or just whatever. I think that's a thing that we can do as like a little bonus thing after we finish a live reading. We can do like, hey, anybody got anything they want us to read?
Yeah, I like that.
Just a quick little thing.
I'm into it.
You love it. We also, Chief Cultivator of the show, Scout, suggested for us to stream some of the Good Place, and we still gotta do that, huh?
We do.
We do. But yeah, shout out to $5 sect leaders Colin Arnold and Sarah McClintock. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you, guys.
And big ol' thank you to $10 Chief Cultivator of the show, Scoot.
It's the Scoot. We love the Scoot. We love the Scoot. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast network, and thank you to Sect Leader Matt for being our host of the website of the show.
Check out Noisepace.xyz for all of your podcasting needs.
The only needs you could ever have as a podcast enjoyer. You can find other good podcasts like Hookhip and City Girls Make Do, and Jergin It, and The Stick, and Radish, and a lot of other of them.
It's good them.
It's good them. So once again, I'm Roy. I'm on Twitter at SemperFunny, and also at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is my MDZS side blog.
And I'm Fallon. You can find me on Twitter at America's Burden, or at my Danmei specific side blog at Himbo Zongju, which I should just... ZONGZHU. Fuck it, I'm out.
Alright, let's fucking blow this joint. You can find Pod Recesses, the us at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com, and on twitter.com/cloudrecess. You get one pod. We're on all your podcast apps and websites and stuff, so please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, rate.
Please interact.
Please, we love it. Please interact. You can also join our Discord. Link, as always, is in the description. And, I think of all of the things that we do on this podcast, even if you're as checked out as can be, I think you know the thing that we say at the end of every episode.
I'm not checked out.
You are valid if you are. You are allowed to be checked out.
ADD. We say Semper Bunny.
We sure fucking do say Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny, folks.
Bye.